Well, love, lift them up where they belong. Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her boyfriend Ken Urker are in the house. Season 2 of Lifetime's Life After Lockup premieres on Monday. So we're down with GRB. Yeah, you know me. We're down with GRB. Do you know me?
I do know you.
You do?
I
Okay.
do know you.
No one can forget the Bushman.
Has anyone ever said that to you?
I mean, I've chanted it myself.
You have? Now it's us. Do we have it together?
Yeah.
Ken, you guys went to the Laker game last night
Yeah, we sure did.
against your New Orleans Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out?
It did not at all.
They
Didn't work
lost.
out.
Lakers are just too good.
Yeah.
This Luka Doncic guy's a real problem.
I know, yeah.
For
That's
everyone
a good time,
else.
though.
Congratulations on your baby.
Thank
You so much.
Little Aurora, now 2 months old.
2
little
months.
Just over 2 months now.
Yeah.
Where the baby? I mean, you don't look like you had a baby 2 months ago.
I was all belly, so as soon as I had her, weight dropped off.
The elastic Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Best part of being a mom?
Best part about being a mom is getting to see her little personality develop.
Already?
She's meeting those milestones perfectly. She's starting to smile. Like, she's starting to show us who she is and what she's about.
How does she do in Ken's arms?
Amazing.
I got all the best burping techniques. I got the best calming
I'm
techniques.
jealous.
I'm the one.
Your energy is centered and calm, and that's right. Babies are like puppies; they can feel, they know, right?
You're the first one to say that about me, but all right, I'll take it.
I like it, Ken. I'm feeling it. Now, here's a move I used to do with my girls. If the baby gets fussy, and we had a colicky baby, the dryer. Put the car seat on top of the dryer and start the dryer, and the rumble of the dryer.
Okay.
Right out.
Okay. Good to know.
That's actually, I never thought of that.
I never did.
That's
either.
an actual tip.
Thank
We're
you.
going to take it home. We're going to take it.
Thank you.
So now, it helps with drama on the show, but in real life, you had to take a paternity test. Were you nervous?
No, I mean, I knew what the results were going to be all along. You know, everything from the beginning checked out to where it was going to, you know, we never had any doubts that it was going to be our kid. We did the paternity test early to, you know, calm the mind or ease the minds of everyone else involved. And then we just did another one for, you know, legal reasons, but we knew all along what the results were going to be.
All right, put some earmuffs on. Did you know all along?
I knew. I knew. I was like, we're having a baby. I mean, the timeline of everything, I knew who the father was the whole time. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, I mean, well, best part of being a dad for you.
I mean, it's very similar to what she said, just like watching her eyes get like wider and wider as the weeks go on, figuring out what eye color they're going to be, you know, seeing how her, you know, just listening to her coos and just watching her, like she said, starting to smile now, and just playing with her, doing tummy time, just holding her, feeding her. I enjoy all those little parts.
Now, are you going to wear one of those baby Bjorn things?
I have one already.
Really?
I have
The
one
strapped
already.
on the
Yeah,
front?
the kangaroo pouch. I got it.
Both hands are free.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I got the
Remember
backpack
Brewski
version.
in one hand and, you know, push the stroller over here.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah. It's like, it lets you be like Inspector Gadget.
All right, yeah. We got it all ready to go.
So you met 7 years ago. About that, right?
Right.
What made you fall in love? What was what did it?
Well, for me, I always felt like a very strong connection. Like we were, as they say, cut from the same cloth. It's like when you're so connected to someone that you really don't need words to speak to them. They're there for you. And that was what I felt for him 7 years ago, and it still rings true today.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it was like the chemistry, the connection that we had, the ability to talk for hours on end and not get bored, and just realizing that this is very much my person, you know, someone who I confided in with everything, and yeah, someone who I just really enjoyed having in my life.
How do you communicate today, like when there's a disagreement?
I think we're both the type of people that get in our feelings, but the good thing is the recovery. The recovery is excellent. I'll be one to go up to him and be like, you know what? I acted a little harsh. I'm sorry. I love you. And he's the same way. So we have great issue resolving techniques.
Wait, you're with a woman who can say sorry? She says sorry to you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
She's embellishing a little bit, but
Oh, whatever.
I think playing a man is very easy. You tell him sorry, and boy, I appreciate you, and okay, and you got him for the next 2 days.
Is that all it takes?
that's really it.
Yeah,
you nailed it.
I
And a
spend so much
compliment
on
here
my
and there,
hair
and
and
like
makeup
a,
and all
And then it's
this.
the perfect household.
boy, I
yeah.
really appreciate you. Thank you, Ken, for all you do.
All it takes?
That's literally it. That's
That's
the key
it.
to a man's happiness right there.
Wow.
And even if you don't feel it,
Wow.
do it, because you just get so much back. It's
Good to
all,
know.
it's all true. Gypsy Rose, what about the challenges of being a mom, just given the abuse that you suffered as a child?
I feel like my past doesn't really have any effect on how I am with my own daughter. The only way it affects it is I realize like how much I want to give her, how much happiness I want to give her, because looking back on my childhood, I realize where my mom went wrong, and with that knowledge, I'm taking it, applying it, and choosing not to follow
Is
in
there
my
a
mom's
specific
footsteps.
way she went wrong, or do you mean just in
general.
In general, the story everyone knows.
Yeah, the story everyone knows, and little things that maybe people don't know, or just kind of decisions that she made. Like, she didn't have a baby shower, and so I chose to have a baby shower. It's just kind of like little things that are not really so significant, but it individualizes me as a mom and separates me from my mom.
I went to a childhood, I went to a retreat one time to learn about, the patterns of childhood, but a lot of times we either adopt things like our parents, we become just exactly like them, or we act in total rejection of them, like, oh, I'm not going to be that. Do you ever catch yourself doing one or the other?
Absolutely. I feel like I reject a lot of the things that my mom did and apply more things that is kind of like we work on things and decisions together whenever it comes to Aurora. So, for example, I got my ears pierced as a baby. And I asked Ken, I was like, should we get her ears pierced? So I got mine pierced as a baby. He's like, no, she can decide that when she's 13. I was like, okay, that works.
I'm with Ken. Consulting Ken. Ken the
Yeah.
consultant.
Yes.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
You heard it from the Bushman.
Heard it from the Yes, indeed we did. But also, do you ever worry about, am I going to be a good mom? I think overall you're going to do better than what came before you,
Absolutely.
just by showing up.
Not worry per se, but definitely whenever, 2 weeks after I had her, the postpartum hormones definitely gave me greater insight into the emotions that I felt now having a child of my own. Everything was felt so much stronger. So I think processing that with my therapist has also helped a lot too.
Someday, Aurora's going to have Google. Do you have a plan? Just thinking ahead of time, we will roll this story out, not let Aurora put the pieces together
Right.
Yeah.
on her own.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously had this discussion. We know that that day will come at some point, and I think that we have a plan. We're gonna navigate that as a family, come together, have those conversations when she's old enough to understand, and maybe have some therapy in the mix too for all of us, her included. And I just know that with the connections that we all have and the family circle that we have, that we're gonna get through it just fine as a family.
Nice. Why can't you guys live together? This parole thing, what's the point? You can visit, you can be here together, you can go to the Laker game together, but you can't live together?
Yeah, it's like a full-time thing. So it's like she can come to my house a few days a week, I can go to her house a few days a week, and then we make it work. I mean, it's definitely challenging at
But
some
you can sleep over if you want, right?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course
yes,
I can, yeah. only problem for me is I have to work, and she lives an hour away, so it's
And
no,
he
but
has
it's
a
not that bad.
dog.
It's not that big of a, and we do have a dog. Not that big of a drive though, so we do make it work, you know. And we honestly just focus on the positive and look at the fact that it's only 3 months away to where this won't be a problem anymore.
Okay.
Right.
So we just kind of keep focused on that, and
You
know.
might miss your me time. I'll say that. Right?
Oh,
I mean,
Can't miss you if you don't go away, honey.
right.
yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
You celebrated your first year of freedom. So what was the highlight? You've had a lot of action.
A lot of action. I think the highlight, and not to sound cheesy, but the highlight was reconnecting with Ken. You know, we spent a few weeks together of just weekends where we just had a blast, reconnecting, going on a boat tour,
Yeah.
going to Jazz Festival in New Orleans. And then
having a baby,
and then,
or
and then
finding
I got
out
pregnant.
that we're gonna have a baby.
So that was how fast it happened.
Busy.
A lot kind of got compacted,
Yes.
but it was a great
Yes.
you
You
highlight
guys
of the year.
seem to roll with the punches pretty well. I'll say that. You sent a message to the Menendez brothers, right?
I think I got interviewed and they asked me my opinion on it.
Like you said, don't
Yeah,
go running into Hollywood.
don't run into Hollywood because I mean it is stressful. Coming out of prison is very
They don't need
stressful.
to. Did you know this? The Menendez brothers have made like all kinds of Bitcoin money.
I don't
I have
even
no
know
idea.
what Bitcoin
Eric made
is.
like $3.5 million on the Bitcoin. He's making money on his laptop.
No
right now.
way.
Oh yeah.
What?
These are
nuts.
smart guys.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Like they're not coming out completely broke.
That's good. That's good because having at least a little bit of cushion.
Yeah, I think that
Works
Bitcoin
out.
money, they're good. They can just.
Right? I mean, you've got this show right away. Was it hard to take on? Did you have enough time between incarceration and production?
I mean, with the crew that we have an amazing crew. This crew that we have had for a year has literally become such a big part of our life, and they make it really easy to film. And so we're just living our life, and they're just kind of like there filming it. And I mean, it's become kind of like second nature now.
Great. Well, Life After Lockup. It's premiering on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
What will people see?
People will see everything that I've been doing the last year, but they're also going to see a lot of the things that have been already like put in the media, the small little glimpses and articles. They don't know the full background story of everything, so I feel like they will get to see everything happen in its truest form instead of just getting little bits of information here and there from the internet.
You guys like it? Or will there be a season 3 if everyone's on board?
We'll see what happens.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add to that. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of misinformation and, frankly, like entirely fake cinematic universes created on like TikTok and whatnot about like what our lives are. And I think that
Give me
it's-
one. Give
it's
me
all-
one that pisses you off.
Oh, gosh,
no,
there's
let's
so
just not.
many.
Let's just not. There's too many to
Give
count.
me one that drives you crazy. Come on.
That the baby's not real.
Yes, that is the
that she
biggest
faked
one.
a pregnancy.
That
Like,
it's a doll. That we've just been carrying a doll around.
Have you? I've been
No.
meaning to ask you. Are you carrying a plastic Aurora?
No, unless it's one that can spit up, poop, pee. I've got every kind of anything on me.
The baby's real.
The baby's real.
The baby's real. So yeah, like if you want
Is the
like
baby an alien?
No.
Okay.
if you want the truest and purest actual view of our lives, then you'll have to watch our show on Lifetime.
Amazing. Okay, Monday, they're back for season 2. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.